back on pitch side, and it's yet another win for Quetta Gladiators. It's been back-to-back wins for them, and they seem to be riding high on this momentum of theirs that they've picked up from the start of the tournament. Congratulations to them, and congratulations to their spin duo who put them in a position to be winning this. It was closer than you'd like to think in the end. It got a bit interesting, but then they had their batters take them over the line. Some key hitting in the end by Mohammad Amir. Akil Hussain, his six was crucial as well. All in all, it was an entertaining match. And to talk about entertainment, we've got the king of entertainment next to me, the legend himself, Viv Richards, along with another legend, Dominic Cork.
No,
Dominic Cork.
Please, no, legend, correct.
All right, so we will start off with you, Viv. Firstly, it's a pleasure to have you here in the studio. It's great to see you back in the HPL PSL. You've been with the Quetta Gladiators for a while now, and you bring in so much energy within the setup. I mean, tell us a little about your journey so far.
It's great to be back. Pakistan always seems to be my second home. I've thoroughly enjoyed it here, especially the first PSL that we would have had. To be here with the guys and all the people that you call your friends, it's just a great place to be at this particular time.
You seem to sort of rally all the players together really well. I mean, just in terms of creating that goodwill and atmosphere, you know, I see you walking around with Moin Khan, lots of high fives as well. So it's just great to watch. You know, you've got that positive energy, and it just seems as if it comes second nature to you, almost natural.
What I think is so important is the fact that when you have an elderly statesman like myself, and also I'm the father figure, I'd like to believe at my age, most certainly you would get some sort of respect, and I hope I do. But as I said, being in Pakistan and to be here with all you folks again, and to see where we're at with the PSL and your team's winning 3 out of 3, what could be better?
I'd want to ask you just about that run chase. You know, I watched you, I played against you. I know the sort of individual you would have been going on that pitch with your cap on, it's showtime. How do you handle short chases like that? Because anybody who thinks that Viv Richards should just go out and hit it, what are you saying, or what would you say as a mentor with these batters?
Well, to be as positive as possible. But what I realize most times, especially when you have small totals, it's amazing sometimes you can muck things up. And I think we had a little messy chase today. But during that messy chase, we apparently got most of our players involved, the guys who would have helped to make a difference. And we all chipped in, and I think that helped in a big way to have made the difference and for us to have crossed the line today. So I'm very much excited with that, even though we didn't play as well as the Quetta Gladiators can.
But a win is a win. Doesn't matter how you win. You know that a win is a win. And it looks like the camaraderie within the team, with you as backroom staff, yourself, you know, all the Shane Watsons, it looks like you're together as a team and a unit.
Well, Shane's doing a magnificent job so far, especially he's one of these individuals who pay a lot of attention to details. And I do respect that, and just having him around, he's just the extra sort of bits that I think we need in order for us to be as professional as I know the Quetta Gladiators can be.
And you've been with the Quetta Gladiators camp for for the last few seasons. You've seen disappointments, you've seen failures, now you're seeing a bit of success.
And not yet. We haven't crossed the line as yet.
Yeah, but it's a good start. It's a good start. Let's just be honest. I mean, just on paper, it looks like a really good team. So, I mean, are you happy with the team the squad that they've picked this time? Just relative to what we've seen in the last few years, it looks like it's really balanced. I mean, what are your thoughts?
Well, last night we had some dinner with the sponsors, and apparently our team owner did say to the fact that we have a great team this year, and that at some point we may be looking to ease some guys in if it's possible. But I'm saying, when you have something going and it's going good, don't try and fix it. You know, let's do what we can do at this particular point. And also, it's a great thing to have, in my opinion, when you have a great team, knowing that you can call on anyone at any particular time. That, I think, is very special with the team, and there's that comfortable feeling that we can go all the way.
New captain this year, Riley Russo, never captained before. You captain, obviously, one of the best teams ever, West Indies team, led by yourself. What have you talked to him? Have you tried to help him? How does he seem to you as captain?
Riley, I've always been one of these guys who's very receptive. one of these individuals who I've have an enormous amount of respect for, because he's a cool character. You know, he doesn't put any pressure on the individuals for them to do this. He would like you to react the same way he would as a player. And certainly we would have had that, and it's just a pleasure having him at the helm.
Now, I have to talk to you about Khwaja Nafe, you know, because he's a young kid, and the HPL PSL is so much about grooming those young kids and giving them that platform and opportunity. And you seem to be an expert in that, in just sort of encouraging young talent. What do you make of him?
For a guy who would have played, I think this, if I'm correct in saying, this is his third match in the PSL, and certainly the individual, he has come to the party. And I know for sure that if he continues the same way, he's going to be something that I believe Pakistan can be proud of. We know he didn't quite trouble the scorers today in a sense, but all these things happen. As I said to him, it is an opportunity with what happened tonight in order for you to come again, restart, get those buds flowing again. And I know for sure with the talent that he has, we're going to see lots more of him.
And also proud with having West Indians in the squad as well.
Oh,
and
yeah.
doing well, because I know that is part of that passion. Ian Bishop is exactly the same in the commentary box.
Oh yeah, it's,
you know what I mean? That makes you proud to see West Indians doing well.
Akil has done well. It's one of these young individuals over the years, even before he came here, that I've always believed that he's a highly competitive individual, highly talented. Ruddy as well. What can you say about him as well? I'm proud as a Caribbean person having them in the team and seeing the way that they have performed so far. It's just magnificent for me. I'm very proud of them.
What's your pep talk like generally when you're in?
I want to be in there.
I want to be a fly on that wall when I'm hearing Viv Richards.
No. It's pretty simple. We keep it as simple as possible. There are times when we have our downtime, and when things are up, we just try and enjoy it as best as we can.
What does one learn from failure? I mean, you know, you've been through ups and downs. Everybody's been through ups and downs in their careers, and then being part of different franchises, sometimes you do well, sometimes you don't. How do you lift a team when they're looking down?
Well, it's going to happen. It's not all the time you're going to get things right. The teams that, like, take for instance tonight, let's take for example tonight. We didn't play as well as the Quetta Gladiators can, but for some reason we got across the line. And we're hoping that if these situations occur again, we'll be able to do the same.
All right, I'm not going to keep you here because I'm pretty sure that you're going to go and enjoy and celebrate with your side, and obviously do that high five. How do we do that? There. I love that high five. It's a special high five. Thank you so much for your time. It's a pleasure having you here, and we wish you all the best for Quetta Gladiators.
Thank you so much.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dominic.
Brilliant.
Well, there you heard from Viv Richards, the man himself, just talking about Quetta Gladiators, their journey so far, how well they've started in this tournament, and that reflects in the standings here of the HPL PSL, because they are number 2 in that on that table. Multan Sultans are leading, whereas Quetta Gladiators are just right behind based on that net run rate. Islamabad United, of course, they lost today. They've won 1, but now they've lost 2 games, so they have a bit of catching up to do. Karachi Kings also managed to register their win, and now we've got our wingman. We've got our wingman here.
It's the way he came in. It's the way he came in.
I was trying to swagger in like Viv, but I got nothing. I got
Absolutely
nothing.
not.
I saw that. That's the energy that I was talking to you about, Koki. That's the energy
you can
he
just
brings.
see him walk behind. I don't know whether you can pick him up. Just watch that walk. I'm telling you now, I would pay money just to watch that walk. And unfortunately, I was on the pitch and watched it for a long time when he smashed me everywhere when he was about 42 as well. So that's you know what I mean.
He's got this aura about him, Dooley. I mean, even when you're just sitting in his presence, he has. There are certain legends of the game that have that speciality, and he definitely is right up there.
I was talking to Shane Watson prior to the game, and I went out there and I said, how's things going with you? We talked about his coaching, and he said, look, he's quite meticulous. I heard Viv talking about how it really doesn't leave many stones unturned. But I said, how's Viv? He said, man, he said, I'm still nervous around him. This is the crazy thing. This is what Sir Viv Richards does to you. He said, I find myself sometimes just thinking, I'm actually in the same room talking cricket with one of the greatest players that has ever played our game, and I find myself stuttering. And Shane Watson doesn't stutter, it's not his go, but that's the sort of aura that he carries. And you know, we used to have a manager for the New Zealand team called Sir John Graham. He's passed away now, but he was an All Black captain. And you kind of knew he was in the room before you saw him. And Sir Viv has that aura about him. You know he's in the room, you know he's wandered in, because everybody's kind of going, oh,
Quiet.
He's here, before you see him. And that's the aura he has. And he must be so good for those young players.
Yeah, that's exactly what we did a lovely package where he was talking to Akil Hussain, and it would just look like he was just listening and going on every word. So imagine that, but also imagine the young guys, Nafe, you know, Viv Richards talking to him as well. That's what he gives you. I've seen him in junior competitions here be exactly the same, jumping around like he's winning a World Cup. He's in it and he wants people to be successful. Great to have him. He's a legend.
Well, you can tell that his positive energy has been transferring to the team just by the way Quetta Gladiators has started off this tournament. This game in particular was closer than you'd like to imagine, but they've got some good things going for them, you know, whether it's their spinners or even their openers. Jason Roy is looking good.
Yeah, you just want, when you're not playing well, if you're still able to win games. And I think that's one of the key things. Now, Jason Roy asked Riley about his speech as they came off the field. They were in a huddle, and Jason Roy did the talking, not Riley Rousseau. Now, Riley's not overly comfortable yet as a captain in front of the camera, but I think behind the scenes, he's doing a lot of the hard work. But when you've got the likes of Jason Roy in your side, you've got to use that experience, that vast experience that he has at the international level. He went out there and he set the tone early tonight. So you need those types of players in these types of games, and we've all been there. Games you probably should win, but you find a way to almost lose, but you still get across the line. They are such good games for team morale.
I was going to pick up on that. Find a way to win. Even if it's ugly, even, you know, the great man Sir Viv said probably wasn't the best chase, but if you can win ugly looking games, not saying that was ugly, but the way that they went about it, it could have been a lot easier than that. The confidence in that side, and now I think they fly up to Multan, top of the table, going head to head. So for me, that's a big game there.
Yeah, he made his mark at the top, just set the tone. Everyone chipped in, whether it was a big contribution or a small one. But more than often, Dooley, when you look at these small chases, when the targets are low, it sometimes becomes difficult, as we saw today. But then it's these little contributions that matter in the end.
Yeah, and you want your captain to be doing exactly what he's done. Yeah, he may have had a bit of luck, and I mean that's bygones now, but he may have had a little bit of luck. But the bowlers as well, and you look through that, Abra, he bowled a couple of filthy deliveries to get wickets. So, I mean, seriously, a couple of awful deliveries. They got wickets, but he'll bowl great deliveries that don't get wickets. So on these sorts of days, again, Corky knows so well, we've all bowled a bit of filth in our time and got wickets with it. But you take it because you bowl good deliveries, you bowl a great spell some days, and it just doesn't quite work. You don't pick up wickets. So all those different contributions, the fielding. The fielding from them tonight, I thought, was pretty much spot on. They didn't miss too much. So, you know, those are the sorts of things that bleed through a team. And all of a sudden you get that confidence, you win games that we've talked about that you might not look like you're going to win. And I think it bodes well for them.
Well, at the end of the day, the wickets column for that spin duo is looking really good, whether it's Akil or Abrar Ahmed. Just look at how they've performed in the last few games. They've contributed in every single game so far.
It's a lovely combination, isn't it? Left arm spin, who can bowl in the power play, and Akil. You've also got Abrar as well, who can obviously bowl in the middle. Two filthy deliveries, but you get it. You're going to have it. And just the way they've got a nice little combinations. Mohamed Wasim Jr. at the end gets, finishes the innings off. That's what it's all about to me, is knowing your role, executing what you've been asked to do, and if they keep playing like that, they're going to be a force this year.
Where do you think Islamabad United went wrong today in their, performance?
Well, I mean, the batting side of things is always a concern for Islamabad. They don't have a deep batting lineup. They need more out of Munro. He's having a pretty tough year. We've seen that already with the numbers that he's shown, and he's having probably his worst year for quite some time, which is not good for the Islamabad side. They've got reinforcements coming, so Martin Guptill's on his way over. He's coming in. Maybe that might be a change they can make. Alex Hales, we know how good he's been in HBL PSL in the past. They need that. But I thought the bowlers, when you've got an under par total, I think the bowlers did a pretty good job, to be fair. I'm not going to be too harsh on the bowlers tonight. I think they did pretty well.
It was definitely closer than what we thought, but the HBL PSL action continues. This match is over, but we've got plenty of action lined up for you in this HBL PSL. As Multan Sultans, they've been on a bit of a roll as well. They're up against Peshawar Zalmi. They definitely need to be winning now. Babar Azam's side will be keenly looking to get that one. But today was a fantastic one. Thank you so much for your thoughts and your insight. Useful as always. It's always a pleasure to talk to these gentlemen. And that's pretty much all from here today. We had a fantastic one today. Like I said, Quetta Gladiators on a bit of a roll. Tomorrow is going to be yet another day. But we'll be probably seeing you tomorrow. So stay tuned to all the action of the HBL PSL.
खुल के खेल प्यारे कब तक तू डरेगा दिल में आया जो है वो कब तू करेगा खुल के खेल प्यारे कब तक तू डरेगा दिल में आया जो है वो कब तू करेगा खुद पे डाउट किया तो जानी मरेगा डर को आउट किया तो हीरो बनेगा